Paul Heyman betrays Roman Reigns and CM Punk for a new guy. Tiffany Stratton loses her Money in the Bank briefcase. LA Knight involved in a car accident. Condolences to Jinder Mahal. Charlotte Flair looks jacked ahead of her WWE return. Matt Riddle wins his first World Championship after WWE exit. Nick Aldis to quit his role as SmackDown General Manager. CM Punk reacts to Triple H's massive announcement. Solo Sikoa turns babyface for the first time. Let's dive right in. Tiffany Stratton loses her Money in the Bank briefcase. Tiffany Stratton has not cashed in her WWE Money in the Bank contract for the past 6 months. The buff Barbie has, however, teased cashing it on her friend, and the current WWE Women's Champion, Nia Jax, on numerous occasions. The irresistible force knows that Tiffany may swerve any day and cost her the championship. Nia Jax might force Tiffany to put her briefcase on the line against Candice LeRae at the Royal Rumble next year. The buff Barbie might be forced to get into the match, and Nia Jax may cause her to lose it to the Poison Pixie. Moreover, Tiffany and Candice LeRae had a scuffle at SmackDown this week, even though they competed in a tag team match. Tiffany, at one point during the match, was about to cash in her contract on Nia Jax, who was lying inside the ring. Candice LeRae stopped her and tried to pull her briefcase, while Tiffany said that she also wanted to be the champion. However, the Poison Pixie didn't let her do it. This minor scuffle between LeRae and Tiffany also sets a potential storyline between the two on SmackDown. Candice may claim that she deserves the Money in the Bank briefcase more than Stratton. Nia Jax may force Tiffany to put her briefcase on the line at Royal Rumble next year, and later cause her to lose the match. This would also turn Tiffany into a babyface, who might then compete in the Women's Royal Rumble on the same night and win it, challenging Nia Jax for the title at WrestleMania 41. The buff Barbie has never been a babyface in WWE. She signed up with the promotion in 2021, and after her decent run in NXT, Stratton made her main roster debut on SmackDown in February this year. Soon she aligned with Nia Jax, who is another heel character and has been with her since then. The buff Barbie recently, in an interview with the New York Post, opened up on her babyface run in WWE, claiming that she could naturally see herself turning babyface, and she wouldn't make any other changes to her character. I think naturally my character will just kind of turn babyface, because the crowd has been slowly kind of turning me babyface. But I don't think I'm going to change anything, just because why would you change something that's working? I don't think there's going to be too much to change. I think I'm just going to be the same Tiffany Stratton, just maybe a little bit nicer to my coworkers, said Stratton. It remains to be seen if Tiffany Stratton will turn babyface in 2025 by turning on Jax, and how the fans will respond to her in a new character. LA Knight involved in a car accident. WWE superstar LA Knight didn't let a minor car accident stop him from making it to his match on Saturday night. During a live WWE event in Baltimore, Maryland, Knight shared the story of his eventful drive on I-70, where he was involved in what he called a little fender bender. According to Knight, another driver decided to bang into his car, throwing a wrench into his travel plans. Instead of letting the incident slow him down, Knight called his rental company to report the accident. When the rental agent asked if he could stick around at the scene, Knight's response was classic LA Knight. "Nudge! I gotta get to Baltimore!" The charismatic star didn't miss a beat, entertaining the Baltimore crowd with his trademark wit and energy, turning an unexpected hiccup into yet another memorable moment. Fans at the event appreciated the commitment and humor, showing exactly why Knight has become one of WWE's most beloved personalities. LA Knight's ability to handle adversity with style is part of what makes him a standout in WWE today. Whether it's in the ring or on the road, Knight keeps proving he's always ready to rise to the occasion. What do you think of LA Knight's dedication to making the Baltimore show? Do you have a favorite LA Knight moment? Condolences to Jinder Mahal. Former WWE champion Jinder Mahal shared a heartbreaking update recently. Mahal, who is no longer with WWE, has been active on the independent circuit lately. Over the past few months, Mahal has made appearances for multiple independent wrestling companies, including Black Label Pro and Game Changer Wrestling. He started with WWE in 2010, and barring a brief departure from 2014 to 2016, he was a prominent part of the promotions until his release in 2024. The real-life Yuvraj Singh Desi even won the WWE Championship in 2017. In a recent post on Instagram, the former WWE superstar announced the death of his dog. Sharing a picture of his beloved pet, Mahal stated that he will never forget his dog, Ruby Kaur Desi. "Rest in power, Ruby Kaur Desi. We'll never forget you," wrote Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal pinned Randy Orton to become the world champion back in 2017. Addressing the massive feat in an interview with Muscle Man Malcolm recently, the 38-year-old stated that it was a huge honor for him to pin the Viper. "Every moment in my my life flashed before my eyes, and then, boom, all of a sudden I have the championship. It was a great feeling. It was a goal of mine as long as I can remember. I grew up watching Bret Hart, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Randy Orton. Even when I was in high school when I was watching Randy Orton become champion. It was a huge honor. It's something that stays with me for the rest of my life, stated Mahal. Fans will have to wait and see if Mahal will ever get a chance to return to the company. Charlotte Flair looks jacked ahead of her WWE return. WWE superstar Charlotte Flair is looking tremendously ripped and seems ready for a massive return imminently. The Queen has been out of action for over a year due to an injury she suffered on SmackDown in December. On December 8, 2023, Charlotte battled her arch-rival Asuka on WWE SmackDown and ended up tearing her ACL, MCL, and meniscus. She has been out of action since then, and her fans can't wait to see her make a huge return to TV. In a new post on X, Charlotte Flair showed off her incredibly jacked physique. Judging by her ripped back, she has certainly been hitting the gym regularly. Charlotte Flair has been on the shelf for over a year, as she has been recovering from a serious injury she picked up in December 2023. Flair recently made an appearance on the Forever Young podcast with Dr. John Lake and Dr. Payman Danielpour. She discussed several topics, including her injury that forced her into a long hiatus from the squared circle, elaborating on how much of a challenge it had been. I thought my life was over. My husband, Andrade, had just come back to the company or was on his way back. I knew he was going to be debuting soon. From the moment I was taken out, I just have kept telling myself that I'm going to come back the best version of the Queen when I do come back. It's been a challenge, but a challenge I know that's going to make me better in the long run, because I've had the opportunity over these, I think it's been like 9-8 months now, to go back and see things that I would have done over, she said. Flair is bound to receive a massive pop when she finally makes her long-awaited return. As per recent reports, her return seems imminent. It remains to be seen how long it will be before the Queen finally graces the main roster with her presence again. Matt Riddle wins his first world championship after WWE exit. Since his release from WWE back in 2023, Matt Riddle has been making a name for himself with his incredible work on the independent circuit. The star also visited TNA recently for a one-time appearance, which garnered a lot of attention from millions around the world. Over the past few months, the star has made appearances on NJPW, Major League Wrestling, and many more promotions. Recently, Riddle challenged Beef for the AAW Heavyweight Championship at the Windy City Classic 99. In an entertaining match, the former WWE superstar ended up earning a massive victory, garnering a lot of attention. Matt Riddle and Randy Orton were one of the greatest pairings in the history of the business, with the duo entertaining millions around the world with their incredible matches and character work. During a premium live event in Saudi Arabia, Matt Riddle made an entrance on a camel, making headlines all around the world. During an appearance on Developmentally Speaking, Riddle revealed that Randy Orton also wanted to enter with a camel. However, Vince McMahon denied the request to maintain Orton's character. I remember when we were in Saudi and I rode the camel and Randy was like, "I want to ride a camel," and I was like, "Yeah, Randy, get Randy on a camel." And then Vince was like, "No." And Randy's like, "Why not?" He's like, "Because your character wouldn't ride a camel." What a simple answer, you know? It is uncertain if WWE would ever give a chance to Matt Riddle again. However, if the latter makes a return, a stint with Orton once again would be a treat to watch. Fans will have to wait and see what the future holds for Riddle in the industry. Nick Aldis to quit his role as SmackDown General Manager. Nick Aldis may have finally had enough. Last night's episode of SmackDown could prove to be the trigger that leads to the Blue Brand's general manager returning to the ring. The final moments of SmackDown may have Aldis upset and itching to return to the ring. Kevin Owens pushed him into Cody Rhodes before kicking the undisputed WWE champion in the neck multiple times. The SmackDown general manager likely won't take KO's actions lightly. What if Nick Aldis himself wants to fight the former Universal Champion? It would be the former NWA World Champion's pathway towards becoming an in-ring competitor in WWE, where he'd have so much to offer. Triple H can give Aldis a choice: quit or stay out of the ring, with the 38-year-old choosing to resume his in-ring career. This would lead to a new GM replacing Nick Aldis. While multiple names could thrive in the role, Wade Barrett might be among the top picks. The former Intercontinental Champion is currently on the Monday Night Raw announce team, but that will change in the new year. Michael Cole and Pat McAfee will take over the Red Brand on Netflix, while Joe Tessitore looks set to move to SmackDown. Corey Graves may remain on Friday nights, so it's up to WWE whether Barrett joins them to form a three-man team. If he doesn't, the former Nexus leader would be a great authority figure for a variety of reasons. Nick Aldis is a babyface general manager who is fair to all parties. That might not be how Wade Barrett operates, as he has been a heel throughout his WWE career. He is solid on the microphone, making this a good role. Barrett can also bring back his iconic catchphrase whenever he has to deliver bad news to a babyface star. Interactions between him and Aldis may be tense, given one would be replacing the other. It would also be interesting to see if Wade Barrett drafts his best friends to SmackDown. His dynamic with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus could be one to watch out for if they move to the Blue brand under new leadership. Either way, Barrett replacing Nick Aldis as the Blue brand's general manager has some serious potential. It could work out well for both stars. CM Punk reacts to Triple H's massive announcement. CM Punk has been making headlines all around the world with his appearances on the 2024 WWE Holiday Tour. Recently, the Best in the World came out in a towel to help Damian Priest from a post-match attack, and videos of the sequence have gone viral on social media. Triple H recently announced the first major premium live event of 2025 Royal Rumble. The game urged the WWE Universe to start the countdown, releasing the official poster for the show. The promotional graphic includes some of the biggest names on the company's roster, including Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, John Cena, CM Punk, and more. Reacting to the game's announcement, the Best in the World shared a 6-word message on a recent Instagram story. In the promotional graphic for Royal Rumble, Punk was featured alongside SmackDown stars Bayley and Naomi. The former AEW World Champion posted a cropped version of the graphic featuring the role model and the glow. "You can't F with my squad," wrote Punk. The Second City Saint is set for a massive WrestleMania caliber match on WWE Raw's Netflix debut. He will finally lock horns against Seth Rollins after years of animosity between the two. Rollins and Punk have attempted to take each other down multiple times over the past few weeks. The upcoming episode of The Red Show will likely feature a face-off between the two before their showdown on January 6th, 2025. While there has been confusion over the main event of WWE Raw's Netflix premiere, the company's recent announcement of Punk vs. Rollins being a main event showdown has seemingly confirmed that the two rivals will headline the show. Only time will now tell what the Stamford-based company has in store for the much-awaited program. Solo Sikoa turns babyface for the first time. Solo Sikoa will face Roman Reigns in a one-on-one clash at WWE Raw's premiere episode on Netflix on January 6th, 2024. The Tribal Combat contest is for the prestigious Ula Fala, which was once owned by Reigns. A loss at this point will certainly have repercussions for Solo Sikoa. Being the leader of the Bloodline 2.0, his credibility will take a huge hit if he loses this war against Roman Reigns. If Solo loses, he might also be shown the door by The Rock, who is also expected to return on the January 6th episode of Raw. The final boss has long been speculated as the secret commander of the Bloodline 2.0, calling shots for the heel group. It was subtly confirmed by Solo at Bad Blood when The Rock showed up during the ending segment of the show. Solo, who was standing with Jacob Fatu, could be heard saying, "It's part of the plan." That buttresses the fact that The Rock had indeed been in touch with Solo after WrestleMania 40. The final boss may kick Solo out of the faction, leading to Solo's face turn for the first time in WWE. That further would set the bout between Solo Sikoa and The Rock for WrestleMania 41. And who knows, the Bloodline 2.0 leader could retire The Rock in what may be the last WrestleMania for the WWE legend. A win at the Show of Shows would also kickstart a new run for Solo Sikoa as a babyface, and he might even enter the title picture. It was rumored that WWE might introduce a Tribal Chief Championship belt for Roman Reigns in Solo's match. However, the rumors were laid to rest after wrestling journalist Dave Meltzer confirmed that no such belt would be introduced. As for the rumors related to the introduction of a new title dedicated to the Bloodline storyline, I have been told that this eventuality will not occur. Samoan wrestlers will continue to fight for the Ula Fala, Meltzer wrote in a recent edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. So far, Reigns and Solo Sikoa have not had a singles clash. The Big Dog, however, defeated Solo's Bloodline at Survivor Series, War Games with the help of the Usos, Sami Zayn, and CM Punk. It remains to be seen what transpires during the high-voltage match on WWE Raw on Netflix next month. Paul Heyman betrays Roman Reigns and CM Punk for a new guy. The feud between Roman Reigns and CM Punk seems inevitable, but the most intriguing element of their rivalry is Paul Heyman. The Wiseman made his return before Survivor Series, War Games alongside CM Punk. The Second City Saint aided the OG Bloodline, but in return, he requested a favor from Heyman that has yet to be revealed. Amid this, a shocking possibility has emerged that the special counsel could betray both Roman and Punk by unveiling Drew McIntyre as his newest client. The Scottish Warrior has fully embraced his villainous persona and has already set his sights on the OG Bloodline members. With each passing week, the chances of him temporarily aligning with Solo Sikoa to dismantle Roman Reigns' faction seem increasingly likely. To elevate McIntyre's heel turn to a new level, pairing him him with Paul Heyman could be a strategic move. Earlier this year, Heyman and McIntyre were seen having a secret conversation on Raw, adding fuel to the speculation. In a potential scenario where Drew targets the OG bloodline and destroys its members one by one, Heyman could reveal his true allegiance. The former advocate might disclose that he has been secretly working with McIntyre all along, aiding him in his mission to take down the original bloodline. This betrayal would culminate in McIntyre being unveiled as the newest Paul Heyman guy. Such an alliance between Drew and Heyman would undoubtedly generate massive buzz in the WWE universe. This would also be a shocking twist for both Roman and Punk, as Heyman has strong ties with both men, while McIntyre remains one of their fiercest rivals. It's important to note that this storyline is purely speculative and based on assumptions about what might happen next. Meanwhile, the original tribal chief is set to face Solo Sikoa in a tribal combat match for the Ula Fala on January 6th, 2025. As for the best in the world, CM Punk will finish his business with Seth Rollins on the Raw Netflix debut show. It remains to be seen how the storyline progresses and what pivotal role Paul Heyman might play in the unfolding drama. WrestleMania 41 next year could feature a monumental showdown driven by the actions of Paul Heyman. According to recent reports, there is a possibility of a match between Roman Reigns and CM Punk at the grandest stage of them all. This suggests that Paul Heyman's actions might serve as the catalyst for this highly anticipated Mania match. The favor that Punk owes Heyman could lead to a confrontation with the original tribal chief. As the road to WrestleMania 41 begins, the best in the world might cash in this favor, setting up a blockbuster match against Roman Reigns at the show of shows. A clash between Roman and Punk would be an exciting addition to the WrestleMania card, with the potential to generate massive ticket sales.